Hello everybody, thank you for watching our Torah Minute. This week's Parsha that we're going to read this Shabbos is the story of Lech Lecha, which is the story of Avraham, our father Abraham, and there are many stories about him. The last story in the Parsha is a very, very critical story which has changed the lives of every single Jew until today. That's right. Because in that last portion of the Parsha, Hashem gives Avraham the mitzvah of bris milah. Now we translate bris milah as circumcision. And the word milah is circumcision. But the word bris does not mean circumcision. The word bris, well, for those of you who know Russian, it's sayuz. But the word bris is really a treaty. It's an agreement between two people. And if you use the word bris by itself, you really are not specifying what bris. For example, the land of Israel was given to us as a bris, as a treaty. Hashem gave it to us with a covenant. And there are many things. The Torah is a bris. So what is the covenant of bris milah? And we know what we do. Every covenant has two sides. It's a covenant between two parties. So what exactly is our part? Well, we know. And what's Hashem's part? And what do we gain from the whole thing? So I'd like to present it as follows. When we make a bris, a covenant, a treaty between ourselves and Hashem, it's different than the kind of treaty, let's say, you would make between you and your neighbor. Or let's say we have a carpool. So I'm going to drive Sundays and you drive Mondays and they drive Tuesdays and so on. We each do our part. But the idea of a covenant with Hashem is very different. Because really, what can we do for Hashem? So this is how it works. I'm going to tell you a story and we'll apply how bris, how treaty works. There were once two friends that lived, very, very close friends. They lived in Kiev. And they became very, very close. And one of them had to move to America and the other one was going to stay in Kiev. Now this goes back long ago, long before the age of internet and mass communications. And they were going to miss each other very much. So the one staying in Kiev told his friend, I'm going to miss you so much. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a ring on my finger that has never left my finger. It's always been there. It was given to me when I was a child of 5 years old. It was given to me by my grandfather, and he told me that this ring was given to him by his grandfather, and he got it when he was a child from his grandfather. There are so many stories locked up with this ring. Stories of kings and villains, and I've never taken it off my hand. My mind is always on this ring. I'm going to give you this ring. And when you wear this ring, my mind is always on you. So take this ring. And so the man who's remaining in Kiev takes off the ring and he gives it to his friend who's going to America. This is what a bris is. A bris with Hashem. Hashem takes a part of himself, so to speak, and gives it to us. And he says, here, this is yours. It's really a piece of me, so to speak. But I'm giving it to you. And as long as you have it, my mind is with you. So what does that mean? What did Hashem give us? Circumcision? What piece of Hashem do we have, do we wear, that keeps us so connected to Hashem? And the answer is, the bris is what gives the Jew moral freedom. Let me explain what moral freedom is. It's the freedom to do what's right. The world is so entrapped with doing what they feel like and not what they know is right. I'll give you an example. if you ever watch a group of construction workers, and they're working hard, they're on the 5th story of a building, and suddenly they notice a pretty girl walking down below. All of a sudden, all the eyes, watch, they all look down, and all together, like it was like orchestrated, a choreography. Stop, look. When she goes out of sight, they go back to work. What happened? There's no moral freedom. They're just attracted by their sensual attractions. They're stuck. The Jew has moral freedom. I want to give you another example of this. The Israeli army, this has been documented, has an exceedingly disproportionate low rate of rape that the soldiers attack the enemy women. Even we're not talking about religious Jews. We're talking about plain soldiers from the Israeli army, good Jewish boys. There is a moral freedom, and that comes with bris milah. We get that from bris milah. Hashem, of course, has moral freedom. Hashem can't do evil. Hashem is naturally good, and He gave us that. And when we have that bris milah, we become, we'll say, godly. And we have that incredible moral freedom. And that's how we maintain the beautiful nation who we are. Thank you so much. Have a great Shabbos.